Good morning, Unfounded. Good morning, Gingy. Shasta Cutie. I did, and we answered it, Unfounded. And in the future, don't send messages to me on my website. DM them to me on IG. The website's not for messages. Thank you, though. Your package went out. I won't be answering personal questions on the website. That's for business. Good morning, you cool cats. Good morning, cool cats. You're welcome, Unfounded. We got you taken care of. Good man. Thumbs up for the music? Thumbs up for the music, or should I change it? We got a little blues this morning. There you go, lo-fi daddy. Oh, it's pretty groovy. Kitty cats. Will you like that one, April? RX does. We gotta give ourselves a thumbs up if we pick some good music, right? Jimmy Max. Come on, Marcus and Tony G, April and Eric Montgomery, Commando Vladimir, a trippy hippie, Mrs. DS, the Mycology. It's Jimmy Max in a lo-fi cathedral. It's Pete, just as well, trippy hippie Bridgie and Dad Lewis. Bridgie and Chad all joined us to say good morning, get some fun. Good morning, play the blues and roll. This isn't just jam, it's marmalade. There you go, some organ. Somebody help Unfounded out there, please. How's that looking this morning, Marcus? Marcus is loving this. I see Marcus jamming at home. Marcus is doing it. There you go. Thanks, Miss D. Thank you. It has got some Leon Russell going. Let's turn it down. I gotta read something. It's just a jazz, they just called it Morning Jazz Collection. Nobody's specific. Don't you know if I am an organ freak. That's why I still like Santana and the Doors, because they use so much organ. It doesn't take a lot of effort to be a nobody. Ignoring your God-given talents and being completely subservient to your circumstances That's easy. It takes courage to lift your head above the crowd and ignore those negative voices inside and outside you. Identify your divine nature. What's your unique talent to serve this world and shine on? There never was anybody like you, and there never will be. Said the mushroom. Thumbs up! Thumbs up! Thumbs up! What good music this morning. I found this morning looking around for, I wanted to play some blues this morning. Not because I'm feeling blue. I love blue. Right? Thumbs up, kids. Thumbs up. Sun's out, guns out, Jeffy. Look at this cluster. She's got pretty. How big was it before we dehydrated it? I'm going to give this away tomorrow. Give me 10 people that said, Pops, give that away tomorrow, just to us. Huh? Is psilocybin blue a color? It should be. We should actually, our lab coats should be psilocybin blue instead of white. What do you guys think? Huh? Give it away. Give it to me, Night Nervous says. Give it to us. Jimmy, that's smart. Somebody here is going to win this tomorrow. I'm going to put it right up here to remind us. But this is the big tease. This is the big giveaway for tomorrow. Today's going to be... So I got to talk to you guys for a second. Actually, for the next 60 minutes. 52. Is the music too loud? Thank you, Tyler. He didn't give me Australia, just so you know. I'm very strategic. So, you guys ready for something? Volume's good? Good. I agree with you, Ginge. We're all artists in some way or another. Okay? Sorry, let me get this. And one more thing. See if this happens. I appreciate you guys being here this morning. We're going to have a good time this morning. We're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to learn. That's my favorite part of what we're going to do here today is we're going to learn stuff. So let's get learning. But may I ask, okay, may I ask that we take no comments. Everybody take your finger off the deal. Just put it down for a second. Give me 15 seconds of pure silence for the aggression. I'm not going to be political. I don't know anything that goes on in this world other than goodness and kindness. But there's an aggression going on. It's blighting the landscape of humanity. So I'm going to take 15 seconds. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not going to say a word. I hope you guys can do the same thing. And just concentrate with some goodness and kindness. Shoot some energy over there. Don't kid yourself. Don't think stuff like that can't work. We're better than tanks. Thank you. Before you say anything, before anybody says anything, let me consider one thought. Before we go any further, and we'll lighten the mood. Okay, I'll lighten the mood here in a moment. And I'm not being political or religious. I avoid those topics. When somebody asks, Pops, what's your politics? I answer one word, mushrooms. That's my politics. How do I spread more mushrooms around the planet? However, I do have a thought. I get tired of hearing that Putin's the worst person on the planet. I get tired of it. He's evil. He's evil incarnate. He's Satan. You know what? Do you know how many people have to listen to him to give him the power that he has? Do you know how many people are listening? Just as many, every one of them can turn around and say, are you kidding me? I wouldn't do that in a million years, sir. Every one of the tank commanders rolling down the street ready to shoot a Ukrainian in the eye is just as responsible. That's how I have to say. There's nothing on the planet that says you have to obey an illegal command of murder. Doesn't have to happen. So, Hitler didn't have any power that wasn't given to him. Same thing with this situation. So when you look at Putin, you better look at a whole cadre of people that are willing to commit a homicide so they could put more money in their pockets. So, enough said. But I can tell you, if I was a sergeant in the Russian army, of course I'd be dead. Because I'd say, no, sir, I won't drive my tank. I can't do it. And if enough people would stand up and say, no, sir, I can't drive that tank. I just can't do it. And we have to train them with goodness and kindness to change that. So it's a tough, sorry about that subject. I'm incensed that the world would allow and we follow, and then we all target blame on one person. No, it's not. It's a whole kleptocracy. It's a whole kleptocracy. And it has been for decades. Kleptocrats. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting me spout off. And please understand, I rarely try to be political. And I won't get in arguments about any of this with you. I just say my personal opinion based off of these very, very minor amount of information that I have. I have more than most of people do, though. Let's do a reading. Excuse me. I'm going to wait for, hold on a second. Thank you, Heidi. We should all be just kind. Man. And poor President Zelensky in Ukraine. They're hunting for him. They're going to kill him. And they're going to replace him. What kind of a world do they want to live in? Thank you, Wes. I would rather disobey and accept the consequences. Guess what? Can you guys look at me in the eye? Look at me in the eye. I disobey all the time, don't I? I just got banned from IG again because they didn't like a post of a plate I put up. 15 other people can put a post of a plate. Just a plate. Didn't even say anything. Just said, be nature. Boop. Took it down. Bad ad. Blocked. You can't share anymore. I'm kind of a rebel. I'm kind of a rebel. I'm the first guy 2 years ago, 2 years now, that started teaching mycology without wearing a mask, hiding my identity. Right, Kim? We all do it. I was the first guy. Now people are doing it because they get it. And in 2 years, we were changing the landscape. Stand up for what you believe in with goodness and kindness. Have it always shrouded in goodness and kindness. Always. And if it is, there will be fruit. Thank you, Heidi. You're just as beautiful, and I show my face. I stand up for what I believe in. And why I said all of that, 2 years ago, Pop, why are you doing it? Put them out. I refuse to be less than impeccable if I teach something or I want to share something. And if they knock on my door, that's going to happen. Something will happen. I'll have to pay the consequences. Have I been smart enough to divide up things and put them in different... Probably. I probably have some coverage, but you always walk the ragged edge. Always. As you push forward to something greater. Let's be the second or third person in the whole state that has the license to research. Let's do that. Let's be the guy that's going to open a research center. Let's be the guy that'll open a retail store where people can walk in and buy it. Let's make sure that we're in Detroit because it's legal. It's decriminalized already. Let's open websites. Websites with masks on. Nobody would respect a guy like Putin if he was wearing a mask. Do you think people would listen to Putin if he walked around telling everybody what to do, but I'm afraid to show you who I am? I don't think so. So I know I'm a little off topic, but I got my soul hurt this morning. The soul hurts this morning. They're literally a CNN reporter standing there. Here's the border of Russia, and there's rockets flying. You don't know where they're going to land, somewhere in Ukraine. Communication centers and airports and children. Makes you want to cry. Truly, truly want to cry. I mean that. And yet I won't. Yet I reminded myself this morning with the reading that I gave you guys. It's kind of to thine own self be true. Mavis, tell me when to stop. Ben, we can train ourselves to not be evil. Mavis, tell me when to stop. I'm going to do 3 readings, and then we're going to do a giveaway. I'm sorry. I'm not political. Here I am being political to you guys. It's clear all I care about is humanity. I don't have an opinion on their politics. Who owns what gas line? I could care less. You guys are grooving it. That's why we put the blues on this morning, too. Mavis, waiting on you, girl. There it is, Tyler. That's how I feel. That was very well said, young man. See what Tyler said? I like that. I'm going to read it. You can be apolitical and still have your heart break for the reality of war. There you go, you guys. I appreciate all of what you're saying. Why can't we go over there and run one of those countries? Let's put us over there and run one of those countries. Mavis, did you not want to, I've been shuffling here for you. Did you want me to move on to somebody else, girl? I will. She did say stop. I missed it, Jimmy. Say it one more time, Mavis. I'm sorry. Pops is carried away over here. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, I see she said it, but I'm going to need her to say it one more time. Okay. You missed it. Wink, wink. There it is. Okay. I missed it. I apologize. Now I saw what you did. You did that stop. Okay, smarty. We're not going to be surprised by this card, you guys. I'm nervous. I was losing it. No, I was not supposed to stop then. I was supposed to stop now. I wasn't supposed to stop on the first stop. I was supposed to stop on the second stop. Can you guys even guess what this card is? It's probably not a happy card. even though every card in the deck can be read differently. Strife. Strife. I wonder if the cards were feeling energy. Huh? The Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. That kind of blows me. I'm just sitting here going, whoa. I'm almost not ready to go any further. Sex, conflict, and change. Yeah. Heidi, you're up. Heidi, tell me when to stop. You're grooving the music. You got some energy flow. Let's go. Heidi, you're up. Heidi, tell me. Heidi, you're going to tell me when to stop. Right there, girl. So Heidi's feeling a little, not quite as much strife. She's feeling Three of Cups, abundance. Abundance. Heidi, check that card out. Okay, we're going to do one more card. Do a giveaway. We got some stuff to read. Your cup's overflowing. Let's see. I am going to read for, let me see, who's next? Tygon. If Tygon's vibing on the music too. Tygon, you're going to tell me when to stop. Especially because nothing cooler than somebody doing tea with us at the office. Okay? Tygon, Ricky, I'm going to get Tygon. He's vibing at the office. Okay? Tygon, tell me when to stop. And Jerry's first time, you guys, would you guys all please say, tell the bossies, Tony G, stop it. And Jerry Cooper here, you guys. First time, he says, say hello. About 15 people pop out there and say hello. There you guys go. Boom, Tygon, I got to stop. Jesus Christ, and a few more of you guys, please get out there and say hello to the Coops. Say hi to Coops. Whoa, Tygon's a Knight of Cups at work today. The Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Coop, watch the Cups. Here we go. Knight of Cups. God, what a neat card. I love all the blue, of course. This guy's a psilocybin master. Okay, Duck Coop says here. I like that one. Good morning, Najiri. Good job. Good job introducing yourself to us. See how everybody likes you already. Okay. First giveaway. First giveaway. Sammy, my hair was how long? All the way down. I keep wanting to kind of cut it, and then I tell myself, it's the funniest thing. It's goofy, but this is a true story. We'll probably start fishing like in April again. When the season changes, Jeff will let me go fishing. Captain Jeff. Well, first of all, Captain Jeff's hair is down to below his waist. Long, just all in a ponytail. Crazy long. But I was thinking, this is weird. The dock master, the dock lady, she loves us. She's always seen Pops with more of a marine haircut, just real short, always. This year, I wanted to show up in April with a ponytail, just to see what the dock lady says. Is that silly? I'm waiting till April just to see what the dock lady says if Pop shows up with a ponytail with Jeff. Like standing next to Jeff, I have a mini ponytail and he still has this really long one. Okay? So, that's my new goal. Talk me out of it. That music's so good, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for this list. Captain Jeff offer trips? Yeah, yeah. Jeff's a teacher. Jeff's a born teacher, just like Pops. And he loves to take people fishing and teach them. And you can't find anybody more patient or more kind, except for maybe me. No, I'm kidding. He's the best. He's the best. Let's do a list. We did it yesterday. I told you we were going to do this one again. Okay? You and your neighbor haven't cut your hair since COVID. That's cool. Haircuts are overrated, Hager says. Give me 5 people that like Pop's hair. No, the first 5, cut it or keep it growing, Pops. Cut it or keep it going. Samuel, it's such a good dream. What should I do? Cut it? Jake's showing get it cut. Jake's going cut. Now he's saying keep it. MS says keep it. RX keep it. Cousin keep it. Slingy keep. There hasn't been one. Freeze cut it. Yeah, Free. You want it to be about your length. No. Keep. Let it go. Keep. Done. I won't have to ask again until mid-March. Okay? But I'm shooting for April. And then see if Debbie, the doc lady, notices the difference. Top 10 most popular flowers. We picked one off the list yesterday. It was peonies. So don't say, just don't do the mullet. I agree. No mullets. Okay? We picked one off the list. Go. Top 10. Hibiscus. No mullet. Jimmy says, do you, Pops? That's cute. Okay, daisy, azalea, dandelion. Let's get serious. Orchid. Daffodil, a lily, green table. Kill it. Lily. It's lily. I already got it. Boom. Lily. I love lilies. And this is straight lily. Here's your list. Here's the list. I won't use this one again for a couple more days. I promise. Rose, number 1. Tulips, number 2. Orchid, number 3. Carnation, hydrangea. Lily, number 6. Daffodil, peonies, we said yesterday. Daisy, iris, and dahlia. I almost said dahlia, you guys, because I love saying the word. Dahlia? Yes, my dahlia. Okay, Dahlia, what'd you win? You won a nice box today. Today we are giving, first thing, we're continuing to give away these fruit packs made by Mott's. They're lovely, okay? We also have a needle in here. We're just going to go ahead and send you this syringe needle, okay? There's no reason not to send you a syringe needle. One of these days you'll need it, okay? So we send syringe needles every once in a while. We also had in your box, there's the container. It's a B Nature Pops. Our signature now, the Pop signature is worth 23 cents on the trading market. Okay? It's worth 23 cents right now. So we're doing well. And I haven't been pushing the issue. We could probably get it up to 25 cents soon, but I haven't been worried about it. I was feeling a little grubby chasing the pennies. So, but we're at 22 cents right now. So you're getting a little container. And inside of that container is, oh, you know what? I forgot one more thing I have to get for you. Inside of that container is an apple crisp. There's a neat apple crisp. Fits exactly the size of the container. Okay? And I forgot one thing. Let me grab it. Hold on. Aren't you guys still digging the music? What I forgot to put in the container is, so usually when we've been doing our apple crisps, we've been taking our apple crisps and putting them in little forms and then running those in the freeze dryer. Well, Professor Brock, he's practically a professor with the freeze dryer now. Professor Brock, well past intern, I can say that. He decided yesterday he was going to run the tray. He was just going to put the sauce all through the tray, right? So it'd just be one big, huge applesauce cookie, a big guy, like all mixed up. I mean, but not in forms. So he basically had a whole tray. It's kind of interesting. I said, what are we going to do with that now? Then he took it and he broke it into pieces, chunks, almost like peanut brittle. It's almost like peanut. No, Green Table, you don't get the whole tray, you goofball. That's funny though. Okay, you do get a nice chunk of it though, because what he did was he took chunks of it like peanut brittle. Okay, so look at that. Eric, you have an 8-cent autograph? Are you kidding me? It probably is. It's they're climbing the 8-cent ones. Those are taking off, bro. Okay, but this is cool. Isn't that? I would like the whole tray, please, Sammy says. But this is interesting. I love this. Very artistic, very creative. And then we also have to give you an individually wrapped thrasher. Okay? So we gave you a crispy, an individually wrapped thrasher, fruits, a syringe needle, and a package with apple crisps. That's a pretty nice package for today. Oh, should I give you something that, give me 5 people that think I should give them something to attach to this. Give me 5 people that think I should give him something that I should attach to this, or just send them this alone. Should I send him something that we attach to it? Huh? It's like I knew it. I knew it. I knew he wasn't just going to send the syringe by itself. Are you kidding me? I should. We should. That ginger's in that thick LC. Okay, well, yeah, it's pretty thick, kids. Look at that. It's pretty thick. Okay? What a package. Boom, boom. There's so many things I can't even hold them all in one hand. I can't. It's too big a box. I might have to make 2 labels, send that out. 2 labels. Green Table, in order to get that from me, you need to claim it today. You don't have to send in anything other than your address. And not to the website. Send it to my IG. I'm going to say this one time. If you send information like this over to my website, I won't answer it. I'm going to train you. I'm going to train everybody. The website is not for answering questions on other things. It's for business. Okay? So we need to keep that separate lines. I'm not going to go over there and people put messages in and they're asking me a bunch of questions over there. And I understand it, but let's keep that for business. Okay? And then I'm available still at every other place for anything else. But here's where I take business calls and here's where I take other calls. Right? Does it make sense? Give me 5 people that say, Pops, that makes a lot of sense. Without me sounding like a dictator. Like, I don't know, one of those Russian guys. Makes sense, makes sense. Keep things organized. Thank you. I really do have to keep things organized. Total sense. Yes, I get it. Pops, that makes so much sense. Okay, home versus office, Lawrence. That's a good way to put it. Thank you for understanding and not thinking Pops is just being a jerk, because I'm not. But you know what you also have to do when you tell someone you're going to do something, you have to do it the way you said. Otherwise, you're not being impeccable. So you have to kind of keep your own word to yourself, right? You have to keep your word to yourself. Sometimes that's hard because you change your mind. Who's changing your mind? Your roommate. Green Table just said, be your word. Who's changing your mind? Your roommate changes your mind really easily. Okay? Jesus Christ, see, that's the kind of conversation I'm not going to have here. Okay? I appreciate it completely. I do. And you maybe have a great point, but bring that up somewhere else. Okay? Not here, because this isn't a business channel. Okay? So earlier today, or earlier in the book, we were discussing the lucid self. Okay? And the lucid self is that part of you that's aware. Okay? And Jesus, I didn't mean to be rude with you in any way either. Just that was just literally a perfect example of the where I do want to draw our lines. And I don't mean to be rude because you're a kind person. You're always a good guy here. Okay? You are a wonderful man. So we're on page 34 in the Untethered Soul book. We're going to read just a little bit here, and we're going to jump over to our mycology, and we're going to do a couple of fundamental principles. Okay? Thanks, JC. Okay. So we had been giving ourselves an example of sitting in front of a TV and the lucid mind versus the non-lucid mind. Now let's move from the small screen to the big one. Let's study consciousness using the example of a movie. Give me 5 people that want to hear what I'm reading. I don't want to start something you're not interested in. Okay? Rick Small, isn't it a great book? I'm going to read 2 paragraphs of this. They're good. You want to hear it? Here we go. Now let's move from the small screen to the big one. Let's study consciousness using the example of a movie. When you go to a movie, you let yourself get drawn in. It's part of the experience of watching the movie. I remember going to the movie theater for Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan. And it happened to be one of those movie theaters that the seats moved. It was a new wave. The seats would move with action in the movie. Okay? The book, Sai, is The Untethered Soul, and we're on page 34, chapter 4. So, I remember, Saving Private Ryan. First of all, it still is, if anybody ever trivia, that's Pop's number, it might have been an IMAX, something like that, I don't know, Tyler, but the seats moved. It's what I remember. Number 1, favorite movie of all time, that's still my number 1, top movie ever. Favorite movie ever. The first 10 minutes of that movie, I was so on the beach of Normandy. I couldn't believe the way my brain got into that movie. I was dodging bullets in my chair that was moving. Like I was on the ship coming to... I'm not kidding you. For the first 10 minutes of that movie, I was dodging bullets that I thought were absolutely immersed in that movie to a degree that my brain still remembers it. So that's why I'm still, and it's such a great movie even later watching just on TV. But in that movie theater, immersed in that experience, guess what Pops ends up doing? And I'm like pretty close to the front row of this place because it was a very packed theater. We didn't get the back good row. I'm pretty close to the front row. I'm completely immersed in this movie, okay? And then the Germans are taking the incoming Americans and British soldiers. They're just taking them out left and right. We're just getting slaughtered. Slaughter. Machine gun down. Everybody's getting killed. For the 10 minutes movie, I'm ducked. I'm hiding on my chair. All of a sudden, I don't know if you guys remember the movie. All of a sudden, an American shoots one German. Shoots a German. First German in the movie to die. We get one. And you should have seen. Pops is in the movie. Me. And all of a sudden I jumped up like I was a jumping jack. I jumped out of my chair with my arms up like this. I'm like, yeah! About 5 other men in the theater did the same thing at the same exact time I did, so I didn't feel as goofy as I thought I would. Looking back on it. It was like a cheering section of people. We finally got one. Looking at how gooky we can get, right? True story. The person I was with, embarrassed. Sit down. Pull you back down into your seat. Sit down. I'm like, but did you see that? Did you? Yes. Yeah. True story. Do you guys remember that movie? How easy it could be to get immersed in it? Okay? When you go to a movie, you let yourself get drawn in. It's Part of experience watching the movie. With the movie, Pops, you got me immersed right now. Shut up, Alice. Okay. That's pretty funny. Okay. Part of the experience of watching the movie. Kim, how intense was that? I don't know if you guys remember it. I do, obviously. Incredible experience. I'm jumping up and down in a movie theater, out of the chair that was moving, and I'm not dodging bullets anymore. Like, this is going to be a great movie. 10 minutes in. With the movie, you use two senses, seeing and hearing. And it's very important that these senses synchronize. You wouldn't get as involved in the film if they didn't. Imagine if you were watching a James Bond movie and the soundtrack didn't synchronize with the scenes. Instead of getting drawn into the magical world of the movie, you would remain very aware that you were sitting in a theater and something was really wrong. But because soundtracks and scenes normally synchronize perfectly, movies capture your awareness and you forget that you're sitting in the theater. Duh, I'm on the beaches of Normandy. You forget your personal thoughts and emotions, and your consciousness gets pulled into the film. Right, Free? It's actually quite phenomenal to contemplate the difference between the experience of sitting next to strangers in a cold, dark theater versus being so absorbed in the movie that you are totally unaware of your surroundings. Captain Pops. The girl I'm with, I don't even remember that she was there. She's not, I could care, I'm dodging for my life, and I'm gonna, you're completely absorbed. And that's just two of your senses. What will happen when your experience of a movie includes smell and taste? Imagine that your experience of film in which someone is eating and you taste what they taste and you smell what they smell. You would surely get caught in that one. The sensory input has doubled, and therefore the number of objects drawing on your consciousness has also doubled. Sound, sight, taste, and smell, and we haven't even mentioned the big one yet. Would you even go to a theater that has touch? I guess the theater I was in did. When the chairs were moving, there was some touch in that. When they get all five senses working together, you don't stand a chance. If they all synchronize, you'll be completely absorbed in the experience. Susan, scratch and sniff. April, stop it. We're being serious here. And even with this overwhelming sensory experience, you still become bored with the movie. You begin thinking about what you'll do when you get home. You start thinking about something that happened to you in the past. After a while, you're so lost in your thoughts, you're hardly aware you're watching a movie. This occurs despite the fact that your five senses are still sending you all of this movie and messages. This can only happen because your thoughts can still occur independent of the movie. They provide an alternative place for the consciousness to focus. This is fascinating. When we start realizing what we do with our brain, we realize the power we have to use it differently. That's where this is all going. They're still kind of trying to convince us. I can practically fast forward. I'm convinced. Now imagine that movies, I'm going to read one more paragraph. Now imagine that movies are made that only engage the five senses, that not only engage the five senses, but also make your thoughts and emotions synchronize with what's on the screen. Ooh, that's a powerful movie. Before it was just seeing and hearing, Private Ryan, maybe a little feeling in my chair. Taste, smell. Now, thoughts and emotions are going to get synchronized too. With this movie experience, you're hearing, seeing, tasting, and suddenly you're able to feel the character's emotions and think the character's thoughts. Gosh, this is sounding Matrixy, huh? The character says, I'm so nervous, should I ask her to marry me? And suddenly the insecurity wells up inside of you. I wouldn't want to go to that movie. Now we have the full dimension of the experience. 5 physical senses plus thoughts and emotions. Imagine going to the movie and getting plugged in. Careful. That would be the end of you as you know yourself. There would be no object of consciousness that is not synchronized with the experience. Any place your awareness falls would be part of the movie. Just fascinating. Once the movie gets control of the thoughts, it's over. There is no you in there saying, I don't like the movie, I want to leave. That would take an independent thought. But your thoughts have been taken over by the movie. Now you are completely lost. How will you ever get out? Cliffhanger. We'll pick that up tomorrow, Sci Research. Okay? We're going to pick that up tomorrow. How will we ever get out? You guys want me to read a little bit more about that tomorrow? That's a good place to cliffhang and stop you guys. Let's do a giveaway. That's a good cliffhanger. How will we ever get out? We did vegetables, top 10 vegetables yesterday. Thanks, Rick. Okay, we're going to keep up. We're going to pick right up, right where we left off. How do we ever get out? Boom, next paragraph. Top 10 vegetables. I picked one off the list. Go. Top 10 vegetables. I picked one off the list. Go. We're doing another giveaway. I'm going to read a little something out of the Mycology book. Carrot. Hey, carrot. Hey, Petty Pack. Carrot. Yes, more tomorrow. Carrots, broccoli, carrots. You guys are all carroty this morning. Mavis and House, an eggplant that is not on the top of the list. Tomato, asparagus, tomato, carrot, apple, rhubarb, apple, no, whiskey, rhubarb, zucchini, carrots, asparagus, tomato, broccoli, cucumber, sweet potato, watermelon, cabbage, kale, broccoli, sweet potato, broccoli. You guys, I read the list to you yesterday. I read the list. You guys aren't good students. You're not paying attention. I shouldn't say you're not good. You could be better. Tomatoes, corn, lettuce, celery, cucumber, Brussels sprouts, jalapeno, onion, peas, beets. Beets it is. Exception. Kill it. They kill it. Nice job. Exception. Broccoli, spinach, curly kale, carrots, bell peppers, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, tomatoes, peas, and beets. Nicely done. You are going to be getting exception. We'll get a fruit bag, a bag of fruities. She's going to get, she's going to get one of these, and there's something in there. We better look at it. She'll also get a syringe, but we're not even going to tease. We're just going to go ahead and show you the bad to the bone thickness that she's getting, okay? She's going to kill it like that. Boom, and she's a mycologist. She'll be using it. We're also giving you an individually wrapped thrasher. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we throw one in there? Why wouldn't Brock give you a piece? He took a couple of the nerds. No, I take it back. It's these. I take it back. He opened up a package of these, a few packages, and randomly sprinkled them in that tray. Here's one of them. So you're getting the whole deal with one of these little pieces of fruit in it. By the way, that's all supplements. Dust after dust after dust. Okay? And inside this, you're getting the old Pops pack, right? You're getting the old Pops pack, and what's inside this one? Freeze-dried ghost. Freeze-dried ghost. Wow, Pops. I need to see 5 people going, wow, Pops. That's a pretty darn neat box. I would too. This alone's a nice prize. But then we go to give this, and we're going to give this, and we're going to give this, and we're going to go ahead and give this. I mean, Pops, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? Exception, what's going on? Okay, this is crazy. They are communion wafers, eggs. That's exactly what they are. Exception! I'm going to give Exception a break. I have her address. You don't even need to send it to me, Exception. Okay? You're not even going to have to send me your address. You just sit back and wait for your label to come to you. Do you hear me? That's how much we love you. You just sit back and you wait for that box to come to you. All right? Tell me, that's cool, Pops. Okay? You just sit back and wait. Page 204, please. Page 204. You're going to read with me a little bit, and then we're going to do one more giveaway and let you guys go home. Okay? Or get back to the office. You bet, Exception. I appreciate you very much. We were talking about the 10 time-tested truisms in mycology. Give me 5 people that are ready for the next one. We talked that strains matter and that fungi are energy conserving and self-preserving, and that the slowing down of a culture is commonly referred to as senescence. Senescence. And that in other words, mycelium get bored and lose its will to live, especially if we're keeping them on the same substrates all the time, generation after generation. Okay? So the next truism, there you go, Tyler, you spelled it correctly too. All right? Gingy, you're ready. So here we're going. Our next time-tested truism is vigor is viable. Vigor is viable. So what does that mean? We're on page 205 in Radical Mycology. And if you guys are good students, you also highlight as you go along. Okay? Vigor is viable. To minimize the effects of senescence. Remember what senescence is? It's the slowing up and dying of the mycelial network. It's done. Bored and over with it. Okay? To minimize the effects of senescence, mycelium should be grown in a variety of environments throughout the life in cultivation. The simplest way to do this is to provide the fungus with a dynamic diet. Every time mycelium is transferred to a new substrate, the formula of the new media should be different from the last one used and should ideally contain multiple ingredients. This constant variety of substrates forces the fungus to stay on its toes and constantly change its response to its environment. This range of foodstuffs also keeps the fungus happy. Do you like eating the same thing all the time? Senescence can potentially be reversed. If a mycelial network is sufficiently stimulated into turning on its dormant genes. Fascinating. The introduction of a competitor microbes via the use of, wait for it, you guys know this one, via the use of pasteurized substrates or the installation of fungus outdoors are 2 examples of such stimulation. It's called breaking to bulk. It's sitting there kind of going dormant, senescence in the jar. It's eating up all the grain it's got. Now if you take it out and you add the pasteurized substrate, you've just given it more of a will to live. And you've also given it a new diet. It doesn't really eat that, so that's not, but it does use some of the nutrients that are in the cocoa and the vermiculite. Okay? But that's exactly what you've done. Your jar literally goes into a state of senescence if you let it sit there too long. Pops, how long can I let it sit there? You don't let it sit there a long time. It's just going to keep eating on itself. Here, man, the minute that grain's covered with white, we're breaking it up. I'd rather it be in the substrate and not completely colonized because it's going to continue to eat and colonize in the substrate rather than in the jar. Does that make sense? So just about the time it turns, I don't sit around and wait for it. But of course, we're also on a production cycle. We talked about cycle growing along last week. And I know exactly how many jars I've got to have getting ready. And I don't really have the time to wait for them to sit there for 30 or 40 days while I decide, well, I'll make some tubs today. No, I've got to make 12 tubs today. That means 48 jars. Okay, right? So I don't have the luxury of them sitting around for a long time. The introduction, excuse me. If the mycelium has been in a sterile culture for too long, inside your jar, if it's been sitting in your plate for too long, this one hasn't, it's still got some room to go, but eventually it's going to hit the outside edge. It's going to run out of stuff to eat. Okay? If the mycelium has been sitting in a sterile culture for too long, it may not be able to defend itself and could fall victim to competitors. But if the fungus establishes itself in more challenging environments, the aggressiveness of the mycelium will increase, allowing the cultivator to reculture its tissues. That just means to clone when it turns to fruit, and place it back into, and now start going through aseptic practices again. Senescence cultures can sometimes be reinvigorated simply through the agitation that comes with liquid inoculum practices. If inside my syringe could go senescent. Your syringe has the capacity to go senescence. What's one way to keep that from happening? Agitate it. Break it up. It's now not as senescence. Reinvigoration does not always work, especially with species that were already generally less vigorous to begin with, but it's worth a try if you are at risk of losing a strain to senescence. Okay? We're looking good today. Thank you for listening to that. We'll pick that back up, another time-tested truism tomorrow. We'll also find out where we're at in this situation. And in the meantime, let's do a final giveaway here today. Okay? Our final giveaway is going to be, okay, good stuff, right, Tad? Seriously, really good stuff. You're welcome, Rick. Thanks for being here. Seriously, thanks all of you. It feels great this morning, other than what's happening over in another part of our world. So this list, thank you all. Isn't it fascinating? Isn't fungus fascinating? I mean, I never felt more fascinated by something in my whole life. I can't stop wanting to know more and see how it does. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. And then how it changes me. Like, it's like, Pops, if you want to know more about us, you have to slow down, because you go 100 miles an hour. So you have to slow down. And the kinder you are, the more we're going to teach you. That's what they told me. I lie not to you. That's what they told me. Up here. And if you slow down, and you be kinder, we're going to teach you everything we can. We're going to teach you how to do this stuff, day in and day out. And they did not lie to me. Isn't that cool? They did not lie to me. Top 10 best American movies of all time, according to the American Film Institute. I picked one off of the list. Go. Top 10. Top 10 movies of all time. And I'm reading them as I see them. Titanic, Godfather, Rambo, Godfather, Pulp Fiction. I loved Pulp Fiction. That's in my top 5. Heidi. I love you, girl. RX, Forrest Gump, good movie. Avatar, Star Wars, 007, Gump, Gone with the Wind, Titanic, Gone with the Wind, Titanic. Hey, Pops, can you share about Scleroda? I'm not real familiar with it. I'm more cubensis. Jaws, Full Metal Jacket, Bambi, Avatar, Ghostbusters, Casablanca. Tygon, The Wizard of Oz, Tygon. That's the one I picked. Tygon, you're all over it this morning. You got a reading. He's at the office hanging out, and he just won a box. Here's the list. Tygon was the first Wizard of Oz I saw. Citizen Kane, number one. Overrated. Overrated. I don't see Citizen Kane as number one. We'll go watch it. Okay. Number two, The Godfather. Pretty good. Casablanca. For sure. Number four, Raging Bull. Raging Bull. Tyler, Citizen Kane is overrated, right? Raging Bull. Good movie. Good movie. Number five, Singing in the Rain. Come on, Bing Crosby, you're still on the list. Number six, Gone with the Wind. Number seven, Lawrence of Arabia. There, Shark just said it. Spark, was it? Snark just said it. Lawrence of Arabia? It might be in the Citizen Kane overrated category. Number eight, Schindler's List. Great movie. Schindler's List, that's a make me cry movie. Number nine, Vertigo. Yeah, you got to put a Hitchcock on there, right? You got to. Oh, it's Gene Kelly. Thank you, Tyler. Not Bing. Okay. And number 10, Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz. Tygon, you want a box that looks like everybody else's today, but let's show it real quick. Okay, bro? Thank you all for being here today. If you have to run, I get it. We've got a fruit pack for him. We also gave him a syringe. But, of course, we gave him something to put on it. See that? Look how thick it is. Oh my God, look at that. Okay, look at that. No kidding. Now watch me agitate it. You want, give me 5 people that say, Pops, agitate this. I'm going to wait, seriously. See how it's all clumped together? Because it's been in there for like a day and a half or so that I haven't shook it up. Who wants me to agitate it? Tad said agitate. Tygon wants to agitate it. Come on, shake it up, Ginger. Here we go. Agitator. Tony, I like that you called it a her. Here we go. I believe it's a her, too. Here we go. This is Mother Nature right here. Okay, we agitated. We agitated. This is yours. Tygon. Oh, my God. Cool. Look at it now. Look at it agitated. And when you do that, let's not be nasty sexy. That's not nasty sexy. We just created an orgy in there. We changed their love partners. This guy that was in love with this girl is now, boop, he's jumped over there, and this one's jumped over there. And we shook them all around, and they have to get new partners. And because they now have new partners, and they're in a 3D space, they grow fast. Okay? So you're doing a love dance when you agitate. You've got your pack. You've got your pack. This I'm not sure Tygon's going to understand because Tygon's pretty new here. But he's not going to understand. Kim, it's very sexy times inside one of those syringes. Okay? This is a great thing. However, Tygon's pretty new here, so he's not going to understand the power of what's in here. The power of what's in here. Okay? This is one red pill. One red pill. The veterans here, and Cy Research herself knows, if Cy is here this morning, she knows how valuable a red pill is. Okay? So you guys explain that to Tygon at your convenience. I won't be able to, but you have to explain to him. Right? Sandman, he got a red pill. Rick Dog, you know it's amazing. Okay? He got the red pill. Last box of the day, we put the red pill in there. Okay, but Penny Pack's like, what is the red pill? Okay, take the red one. Okay, well, Penny, you come back tomorrow. We might talk about the... Yep, it was a red pill.
A red pill?
Yep, I gave him a red pill.
You gave him a red pill?
Yeah, can you believe it? Yeah, it's a red pill.
You're going to hold up a lot of walls.
Yeah, holding up a wall out there.
That's too bad.
You'll be good, okay? You'll be good. And if you guys want to get any other red pills... Cy Research has a few of these. They're pretty good. Ask Free, the Ancient One. Penny Pack, I'll absolutely be here tomorrow. Ask Free, the Ancient One. Okay? Ask Free. Tygon, I need you to ask Free. Tell him Free, when you get a chance, I want you to explain the red pill to the kid. Okay? You explain it. Let me write this down. And it goes all the way back to Mushfest 1, and it has some great history. Oh, so I'm sorry. You're getting this. You're getting one of these. You're getting this. You're getting a red pill. And you're getting fruit packs. So Tygon, you're killing it out there. If you guys ask me tomorrow to explain the red pill, I'll tell you the red pill story tomorrow. Okay? There's one pill to make you normal and one pill to make you small, right? Love you guys. Those are fire. Have a beautiful day out there. I totally missed the red pill stuff. Tomorrow, oh, Penny, you'll win. Come on, you got to be here to win. That's all. I promise you'll win one of these times soon. I'll explain the red pill tomorrow. Cliffhanger. Get out of here, you guys. Have a great day. Nervous and Wessie and Northeast Visuals and Penny Pack, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do 9 till 10 every day, Monday through Friday. Thank you to Badger. Love you. Thad and Tony G and Terry Newman and Tygon and Jamie. Oh, Tygon, look out for that red pill. And Jamie, and Trippy, and Hags, and Tygon, there it is. And 1111. And Amy, have a great day. Penny Pack, you're a doll. Ricky and Frankie, aces to you, bro. And Nervous, and MSD, AMANDA, Amanda, Whiskey, Heidi, Tygon, Sandman, Sandy, Lo-Fi, Jimmy Max, Jesus Christ, Mamang, Fishing, Marcus, April Brandon, Green Table, Lo-Fi, Rick Dog, Penny Pack. Click the loop button or the like button. Click them all. 11111, Todd, Sammy, Jeffrey in New Zealand, and Kim and Jen out. Pops love, peace, be kind to one another. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to have fun.